Good morning. My name is Rayleigh Hendricks, and today we're going to be talking about something very, very important to me. We're going to be talking about why acid mine drainage matters. Now, what you're probably thinking is, why does acid mine drain, or what is acid mine drainage? And I'll tell you a video about this, but I'll put that link down in the description that way you can check that out, but I'll give you just a very brief overview just so you have some context for this. So acid mine drainage is a type of water pollution that occurs when heavy metals such as iron and lead leak into natural water sources. It's a man-made pollution. It does not normally occur in nature without the impact of human actions. Now you're probably wondering, what do you mean man-made? How is pollution man-made? Well, I'll tell you that it's man-made because it comes from mines, which are man-created. Mines, particularly iron and coal mines, leave massive exposed cavities in the earth. These cavities in turn expose minerals to water in the air and create new toxic compounds. These types of mines are very common throughout the Appalachian Mountain area and around the Tennessee River Valley area. So that's especially important for me being from the Tennessee River Valley area, that this is a very close to home topic. But basically what happens is that these mines have mineral veins that become exposed to air and water, and they create these acidic compounds like acids and stuff that then can run into water sources. But you're probably wondering, well, okay, so it's dirty water. What's the big deal? Well, it's a lot more than that. Acid mine drainage is very, very toxic. The heavy metals that leak into water sources are very dangerous and will kill most organisms that come in contact with them. This includes plants, almost all animals other than some species of insects and a couple fish, very, very few, and humans. It is especially toxic to humans. The products of this water interacting with minerals in the earth often include very strong acids. When these acids leak into water sources, such as ponds and streams, they will often lower the pH of water to unsafe levels. pH is the measure of how acidic or basic something is. These extremely low pH levels mean the water is significantly too acidic for most organisms to live in it. Thus, entire populations of creatures will die once they're exposed to these hyperacidic waters. You can see in the picture that the water also doesn't look right. You know, water's not normally orange, and that's due to the high acidity and the fact that that iron is probably laced with, or the water is laced with a lot of iron, leading to that orangish color. Another issue with this, besides the toxicity and the pH lower, is that it damages ecosystems. It contaminates drinking water for both animals and humans, and this forces nearby animal populations to find a new water source, leading to a loss of population in areas containing contaminated streams and water sources. This loss of population leads to the decay of an entire ecosystem, meaning an area can literally fall apart if the animals within it are forced to move away because of this water pollution. Now you're probably thinking, okay, I'm probably starting to see that this is a pretty big deal, but what can I do about it? Well, I can tell you the first thing you can do is just educate yourself. One thing you can do is go read more about acid mine drainage. As I mentioned, I have another video that goes into a lot greater detail about the topic. I'll put that link down in the description. But there are many other ways to learn more about it. My suggestion is check out sites like earthworks.org or the EPA.gov. I'll put those links in the description as well. But education helps us be more aware of these issues and how to combat them. Another thing you can do is tell others about the issue. Acid mine drainage is an issue that is very overlooked by most people. A lot of people don't even know what it is and doesn't get much attention from the media. By telling others, we help raise awareness about the issues and make it a bigger deal to the public. And perhaps one of the most influential things you can do is push local and state legislators to pay attention to acid mine drainage. This can be as simple as a letter and email to a local or state official. By showing public support and awareness, we can make sure acid mine drainage is more recognized in our legislation. If the public doesn't show that we think it's a big deal, then legislation is not going to want to do anything about it because it doesn't support their numbers. So lastly, the big deal. What is the big deal of acid mine drainage? We know it's toxic, we know it's dangerous, but what is the big deal? First off, combating acid mine drainage helps protect local endangered species who are threatened by the population, such as the smoky mad tom pictured on the right, which is an endangered fish species in the Tennessee River Valley area. We can maintain safe environments to encourage these species to grow. And the thing about acid mine drainage is it's not irreversible. There are proven ways that we can help fix it using all sorts of just different scientific methods, like wetlands that help sift through the water and get rid of these toxins, or lots of different other things. You can put bases into the water to neutralize the acids. But fighting acid mine drainage also protects vital water sources that people need access to. These water sources are not only purified to use as drinking water, but also to support livestock and fishing efforts. If we don't protect these water sources, it can be devastating to areas that rely on them. And finally, we maintain our natural resources when we respect them and put efforts to protect them. But these resources need our help. It is up to you and I to make sure that we are maintaining a safe, healthy world. After all, it is our world after all, so we have to put in every effort we can to protect it. Thank you so much, and I encourage you to please read more about this issue and make it a big deal. Thank you.